officially finished the last lab series-ish. And now is your kind of final project. And that is to make your own game. So it's a casual game project. You can basically make whatever you like, but if you can find something online that you want to follow, you can do that if you want. But I might not be able to help you so much if you do that. What I have for you is this. So basically, you're going to make your own game, make it inside of Animate, and so on and so forth. But to help you in that endeavor, I have this set of tutorials for you. So there's an endless runner game, a shooter game, a Galaga game, a racing game, and a search game. And basically these are made, I actually put them on my phone. I don't know if I can show you. Let's see if we can find them. There they are. So like, here's the running cone. So this is the endless runner game. So let's see. You can basically do like this, and you have to avoid, oops, wrong direction. Okay, let's see. Okay, I gotta remember it's reversed. So, oh, I made it. And see. But basically, these games pretty much, that you can install them on your phone afterwards, and I can show you how to do that later. I'll probably do that in another lab, but it won't be a lab that you have to turn in, so that's basically the idea. So, I'm going to pause the video real quick, and then I'll just show you real quickly what each game is, and then you can kind of decide which one you want to do from there. Alright, so here's the Endless Runner game, and basically you push on the sides. Oh man, that was really bad. So it basically randomly, it's kind of hard, because, actually, can I do it with arrows too? Oh, you can do it with arrows. I didn't think I set it up with arrows too. Man, I think I have this set way too high of a setting. But basically it'll randomly spawn cars, and then you just got to avoid them. So that's what this game is. It's kind of your typical Endless Runner game. I missed it. Anyway, you can kind of see, this is probably honestly the hardest one to make out of all of them, so depending on where your skill set is, you might not want to do that one. But that's the Endless Runner game. And then the other ones I have one that's Galaga. So, Galaga. And then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to pause it because my virus detector is going to get all like mad at me. I'm going to pause it, and then when that's done, I'll play again. Alright, so here's Kongala, I guess. I don't know why I called it that. Okay. Oh, I was able to dodge those. But basically, you are a ship. And it's supposed to be that you're shooting chocolate at these, but it doesn't really look like chocolate, I would say. So yeah, that's basically the game. Anyway, you get the idea. That's Kongala. So that's another game, so like Galaga or whatever, that you could do. Puzzle racing. This is another one I did. Racing game. Okay, and in the racing game, let's see. I don't know if this one will actually work. Oh, it will. Okay. So basically, it's you have to push forward and you have to turn, and you're trying to stay on the road, because if you don't, and I ran into the road, and it tells you how long you live. But basically, it gets faster and faster as time goes by, and then you die. All right. So that's the racing game. It's relatively simple compared to some of the other ones. Particularly making the assets isn't a lot of work. So that is the racing game. Let's see what else we have. The searching game. This one's probably the easiest to make. All right. And let's see. Search game. And let's open this up. All right. Search the mess. So I gotta find these pens. Come on. I'm clicking on them. Why is it not working? Actually, why isn't it working? Oh, there it goes. I got it. Keys. And a bottle. I don't know where that bottle is. Okay, I found 2 items, so not very good at the game. Oh, it does automatically restart. Anyway, yeah, so that's that game. Basically, it's one of those ones where you try to find items and they're hidden in a picture. You get the idea there. That's the searching game. And then the shooter game is pretty simple. Basically, you just you have to shoot the little guys as they go on by. So we'll just put this over here. Shoot the cone. So you're a little target, and you got to shoot them as they go by. Boo! Right? And you try to get as many as you can in the allotted time here. So you can see there's a countdown timer. And I miss you. There we go. There we go. Oh, I started over again. But basically, you get a allotted amount of time. It keeps track of your score, and that's it. So you can see it's I forget what they call it. Is it a galley shooter? Can't remember what that's called, but it's that style game. So all these will work on the phone too. You just tap them instead of moving a mouse and clicking. But that's the way. In the racing game, actually, it's kind of hard because you have to like tilt your phone to turn and then push to move forward. So that one's gonna be a little bit challenging. I'd probably, if you do that game, I'd make it move a little bit slower so it's not so hard. Anyway, so those are basically the games that you see here. I just made tutorials for each of them. So what you would do for this assignment basically is follow these tutorials. One of these, choose whichever one you want to make. And then, but when you make it, do your own assets. And then if you want, you can kind of you can change them. You know what I mean? So feel free to like change the number of enemies or add a different game mechanic or things like that. Whatever that you want to do. But what I would suggest is finishing it first and then adding your code just to make sure that everything's working. But you should make your own artwork and make your own game and things like that. So basically it works is if you click on one of these, it should bring you to the page that they're on. Hopefully, here you go. And then it'll say Endless Runner Game. Here is the example, so you can download this. It's just a zip folder. It should have an executable and a app for Mac. Hopefully it works for both. I wasn't able to test because I'm not at school. But basically you can click on that and you can download it and play it and see if you like it or not. But then this is the tutorial series. I think there's like 5 or 6 for this one, and you just kind of go through. I think each video is somewhere around 20 minutes, between 15 and 20, and that's basically how it works. You can also get to them here. So if you go to multimedia production, you'll see Game Tutorial Index, and then here are all the games that you can choose from as well. Now, if you want, I don't have an issue with, you can make a platformer game, but if you do decide to do that, I want you to do more than what we did with it. Okay, so I'll probably show you at some point. I had one student that made like a Sonic one, and it was really good. So I anticipate you doing something more like that. Okay, so basically this, just like the rest of the projects, this will be due by the end of the semester. So you'll have, this is week 13. I think there's 15 weeks in the semester, so you'll have multiple weeks to do this, as well as catch up on any other work that you have had to do. Okay, so right, so basically you're just going to make a casual game as best as you can. You can even, if you're really feeling like overwhelmed, you're trying to do these and you're finding them too hard, you could even do like a Flappy Bird game. But if you do decide to do something like that, it should look really polished. Okay, yeah, so that's basically it. You're just going to make a game, and yeah, that would be it. So good luck. If you run, it's very likely that you're going to run into issues or it's going to crash or not work. Just email me. But when you email me and you get stuck, send me the file, and then I will fix it and I will send it back. And if it's something that like I feel like you need to know about, I'll make a video showing me how I fixed it or showing you how I fixed it, and then I will email you back that video as well as the Flash document, and or we can meet virtually. It kind of depends on how you want to do it. But you please send me the file, because otherwise just sending me a picture or something, it's hard for me to know. Because sometimes I can't tell right away. I got to like try a couple things and then I realize, oh, it was this. So make sure you send me the file, because it's very, very likely that you're going to run into errors. I would be surprised if someone didn't run into one. All right. So good luck. Like I said, just do the best you can. This will be a fun little project when you're done. Yeah.